Hi, I'm Ryan. This message might be for you. As I was meditating on the energy for this collective, I kept hearing fear of change or change resistant, and whether that's you or your person, we'll get into it. My vision also kept going very much in and out. Like it was literally like one eye to the other. It's like I couldn't see through both of them at the same time. So maybe you're feeling like your vision's just a little bit clouded at this time. Maybe you have a very activated third eye that you're used to using when it comes to this connection. And maybe you're just finding yourself, at a bit of a stalemate when it comes to your ability to see the future or be discerning when it comes to your side is almost kind of how I'm hearing it. But before we jump into your actual connection, let's just see some ruling energy for you so we can make sure this is really your reading. Don't make it fit. I have other collectives on my page and I'll be posting more collectives in the future, so that doesn't resonate for you. You know your story better than I do, so don't let me tell you your story, unless I am telling you your story. Let's get into it though. Ruling energy for this collective. What's the energy for this collective with this clouded vision? I have the feeling used card here, so perhaps you're feeling a bit used in your life right now. Maybe you're feeling like your kindness is being taken advantage of. I also have the guardian angel card here, so perhaps maybe you've gone through a recent passing, or maybe there is just a heavy energy of someone who's passed who you feel like watches over you right now, who's feeling particularly close to you. I also have the caution card in the distance. So you and this person maybe physically or emotionally distant, probably definitely emotionally distant. I feel like most people that I channel are definitely in some kind of a separation here. And I also have the caution card. So maybe you're in a place right now where you're almost a little bit afraid to get your hopes up. And I think that goes back to that idea where it feels a bit like your vision regarding connections, the future, just feels a little bit clouded right now. And usually I feel like when you don't know, it's because you're not supposed to know. So maybe you're just supposed to ground into the present moment right now. Maybe that's part of the reason why. But I also have fire sign in the bottom of the deck. So you could be a fire sign. This person could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Let's get one more before we jump into the ruling energy for the connection itself. And I think we'll do you versus them. So we'll start with you. We'll see how you're feeling about things, how you're looking at things, and then we'll get into your person. But let's see energy. So vacation card, you could be going on a bit of a trip right now. You could be calling, you could be wanting to go on a bit of a trip. You could be feeling a little bit of like that call to adventure again. You could be traveling. This person could be traveling. You could have travel in the near future. And again, fire sign in the bottom of the deck. So that definitely feels important. But let's get into your connection. Spirit, how is the collective on my mind feeling about their person at this time? What is the energy between them and their person at this time? What's the ruling energy right now for this connection as it relates to my collective's perspective? What is my collective's perspective on this connection as it stands right now? What's the ruling energy? So I have the chaos card. You're certainly not happy. Chaos and knowledge. So I also feel like there's an energy right now where even through the chaos, well-being card, perhaps you've really learned to zero in on some healing work, learning to take care of yourself, learning to maybe perhaps go through some reparenting here. I also have water energy on the bottom of the deck, so you could be a fire-water pairing. But heavy emotion is definitely coming up over you, and it makes sense why it would be with this Scorpio full moon. It definitely feels like emotion is just in the air for us all. I've certainly had my purges over the last few days, but it definitely feels like with the chaos and the knowledge card here, perhaps you're feeling a little bit blocked when it comes to your ability to communicate with this person. Maybe you're in a period of no contact, and it feels like you're in this place right now where you're trying to rely on what you know to be true and to focus on what you can control, but it definitely feels like the emotion's starting to get the best of you. Clarify this. Yeah, I have the Predator card here. I feel like you're almost feeling like the situation's taking advantage of you at this point. And I feel like you're just in this energy, independent in reverse, where I feel like you're trying to see things from a more positive perspective. But I feel like you feel bound to this thing, this person, this energy. And I want to remind you that you are in control of what you decide to give your energy to. Mind card on the bottom of the deck. What you think you see and what you feel will perpetuate itself for you. So if you feel bound, it's probably because you're tying yourself to this thing. And there is always an energy to surrender more, to be more present, to populate your life with other things. Honestly, I cannot stress enough how powerful distraction is as a tool, but it's not about numbing or desensitizing or distracting yourself from what's around you, but choosing to focus on things that make you feel lighter. It makes the time go by faster. So if you're in a place right now where you're just staring at your shadow and you're unable to get yourself out of it, I feel like right now they definitely are asking you to rely on some coping mechanisms that you maybe have found here, to feel your emotions but not to wallow in them, and to maybe just get yourself out of the house and have a little bit of fun as well. But let's see, what's the energy of this connection as it relates to this person right now? How do they feel? How does my collective feel about the person on their mind? How do they believe this person feels about them? What's the energy around this connection as it stands right now from my collective's POV? What's the energy around this connection as it stands from my collective's POV? Please, Spirit. So I have the man card here, coffin, You could be at a place right now with the light bulb in reverse where, again, like I said, it feels like your vision is clear. It feels like you don't have an epiphany moment. You don't have all the energy. You don't have all the information right now at this time. So I almost feel like instead of just allowing yourself to be in a place where you don't know, you don't have all the information, I feel like you're telling yourself a pretty negative story here. This coffin card says death, loss, inactive, forgotten. Maybe you're feeling a bit forgotten about. Dog card here, but I also still feel like you hope this person is a little bit loyal to you. This says supportive friend, loyalty, a faithful companion, a friendship that turns to love. And with the bouquet card here, I do feel like you still have some kind of hope for reconciliation. This says happiness, harmony, reconciliation, a gift, an expression of love. Doorbell on the bottom of the deck. Maybe you think this is coming in sooner than you think, but these are very disparate energies here. I feel like you're in a place right now where you're trying to hope for the best, but I feel like the energy that you're being faced with in your daily life is kind of a pretty pessimistic attitude. And I think you need to, well, before we get into it, let's just see. How do you think this person feels about them? How do they think the person on their mind feels about them? How does my collective think the person on their mind truly feels about them at this time? What do they believe the energy to be within this connection? Three of Wands, Page of Wands, Three of Cups. So I definitely think you're in a place where you maybe view this person as, you still have hopes this person views you as being part of their future. Page of Wands energy. I feel like when you're with this person, perhaps it was a very playful, lighthearted kind of connection. Maybe you brought out a real, sense of like childlike wonder in each other. With the Three of Cups, maybe you guys were just as good of friends as you were lovers, or maybe this was friend that turned to lover. This also says friends to lovers on here. Or maybe you're hoping this person wants you in their life in the capacity of friendship. And I feel like you're in a place right now where I feel like, again, you're trying to remain optimistic, because I think this person, just from what I'm feeling, the energy does feel soft here. It doesn't feel super combative on either side. And I feel like you almost are in this place right now where you're like, if this isn't gonna work as lovers, Two of Cups reverse, Three of Cups, maybe we can just be friends. And I feel like they want you, one, to be realistic with yourself. Is that really what you want here? Or are you trying to self-soothe a part of you that feels like you missed out on an opportunity with the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Cups? So if that's something that maybe you're thinking about offering right now, I don't know if you're thinking about, making a gesture of friendship toward this person. I feel like if you are going to do that, I really feel like they want you to make sure that you're making that decision from a clear point of view, not from a place of scarcity of just trying to have this person's energy around you. It's better to just surrender to the way it is right now than to try to chase this person or have them in your life in a capacity that isn't actually what you want here, because that's just another opportunity for you to deny your wants and needs and to silence yourself. I feel like if that is something you decide to pursue in the future, ask yourself, am I really ready to be this person's friend, or am I just trying to put myself in the same room with them in the hopes that one day they'll see me? And be realistic with yourself. Be realistic. How do they believe that they're being perceived right now? Well, let's see. Before we do that, what do you believe the person's on your mind's true intentions are towards you as it stands right now? What do you believe the person on your mind's true intentions are towards you? What do you believe the person on your mind's true intentions are towards you as it stands right now? Reveal. So you do think, disguise with the reveal card here, that this person is about to take off the disguise. They are about to reveal their true self to you. Clarify this. Yeah, but wisdom in reverse, you feel like it's silly to do so. So I think at this point right now, it's not about choosing to believe or choosing not to believe. It's about choosing to be right here, right now, in this moment, because that's all that there is. And I think you're in a place right now where your mind's getting the best of you because you're trying to use a sight that maybe isn't for you. And I think, like I said at the very beginning, you do feel like an activated collective. You definitely feel like someone who is able to, tap into something higher than themselves and to see something from a more spiritual POV. But there are certain things in this life that are just meant to be experienced and not, foretold, divinated on, seen before they're meant to happen. And I think at this point, regardless of this situation or another thing, I feel like they want you to allow yourself to realize that if you have intuition about something, to trust that knowing, but to don't force it. Like, I think you could be in a place right now where maybe you're pulling cards. I feel like I read for a lot of people here who probably have their own deck, it feels like to me, and there's people who get caught up in the loop of seeking validation from the spiritual rather than just, finding true trust and surrender in the universe, that whatever's meant for you will not miss you, and that you cannot truly know what is meant for you, but you can trust the feeling and just keep walking the path and be open to a deviation or another option in the future. I feel like you're in a place right now where you're putting so much of your eggs in this basket because you feel if you're wrong about this, then everything is wrong. If you're wrong about this, then you're not who you think you are. And I think you're in a place right now where you're just putting too much attention, focus on needing validation rather than just being right here, right now, and understanding that whatever's meant for you is going to arrive at your doorstep on the timeline that it's meant to, and maybe you're just not supposed to know when that's supposed to occur, because maybe it's just supposed to be a little treat, a cherry on top here. We'll get into your actual connection, we'll see what's truly going on here right now, but I think just in general, the less thinking you can do, the more allowance you can step into, life is just going to get easier for you. Because at the end of the day, whether it's this person or another person, don't you just want to be happy? Don't you just want to be at peace? And I think they want you to realize that what you need to be searching for is not validation or answers. What you need to be pursuing is peace and harmony and balance and the ability to wake up every day and have a smile on your face and feel gratitude for breath, for, you know, the bird that's chirping outside of your window that's waking you up. And it's like there's just more to life, I think, than what you're allowing it to be right now. I have the 18th of the 10th. That could be a significant date. I also have the 28th of the 8th here, the 8th of the 9th, the 10th of the 8th, the 9th of the 10th, as well as the 26th of the 9th. So those could be significant dates for you, birthdays, you know, memories, birthdays, whatever, whether it be for you or this person, or significant events for you, just connect you to the reading. But let's get into, like, how do you believe this person sees you? How do you believe this person sees you? How does my collective believe the person on their mind truly sees them? How do they believe the person on their mind truly sees them? Let's get your animal card. Because I feel like for some reason, before I speak, I have the tarantula, the cheetah, beautiful energy. Maybe you think this person wants you to chase them a little bit. Maybe you're in this energy right now with that cheetah where you're almost feeling like you have to step into that divine masculine strength, which is maybe part of why you're like, maybe I should just reach out and try to be friends. Maybe we can, you know, break no contact here. Maybe he's just waiting. Maybe they're just waiting for me to break no contact, not he, non-gendered. But let's read these cards. You have the tarantula, the cheetah, and the black eggs. This is what you believe this person sees you as. Start with the tarantula here. Takes me a second to find these in the book. Give me just a second. There it is. At a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose. Maybe you think this person sees you as being on your path. Perhaps this person kind of feels like you are taking a more spiritual path, a path where you're aware of your karma and what you're trying to put out in this world. A habit. But this person, you also believe that you believe this person sees you as being still attached to the past. A habit from the past is sidetracking you from your dreams, yet a voice inside you keeps begging to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose Dharma. Until you do, success will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul and already knows you'll choose wisely. So perhaps this person could feel a little bit like you still hover in their energy. There could be still hopes that you are still attached to the past from your point of view, that you still are open to them. You think that they think you're still open to them in some way, shape, or form. Let's see this cheetah here. Cheetah. Solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. So I think that's the energy right now where you're like, maybe I should just take the lead. If this person's not going to do it, maybe I should. But you're also seeing it as a coffin. You're also seeing it as a dead end. So maybe pick a lane, or just ground right now instead of having to worry too much about the future. But let's see. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun does not shine into the cheetah. It shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Maybe you think this person thinks that you have a lot of attention around you, a lot of eyes on you. Maybe you're online. Black egg card here, that is a very psychic card. So maybe you are someone who, you know, has a bit of an audience or uses your intuition for work in some way, shape, or form. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. So you could be in a place right now where you think this person views you as being very well directed, but perhaps, like, you know, maybe not even at your full potential. Maybe you believe this person almost sees you as being a little bit avoidant and running from certain things in your life that you need to balance. When in balance, achieves anything, boundless energy. When out of balance, impatient or competitive. Maybe you think this person sees you a bit impatient as well. Let's see the black egg here. Black egg. Speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. Maybe you called this person out on some truth, or you encouraged them to step into their authenticity at one time. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When the essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like reading, writing, teaching, singing, or perhaps even public speaking. So confirmation, I think you are some kind of a teacher. You definitely have some kind of public persona around you. Sounds draw us in, books draw us in, the concept of truth itself draws us in. When we start asking ourselves questions like, what do I know to be true about myself and what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from a place of uncertainty. We say things others want to hear, gossip or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. This could be a transition you believe yourself to have made. Maybe at one time you were someone who was a little bit more uncertain about yourself. Maybe you were a bit of a people pleaser at time, and I feel like you have stepped into truth, and I think you're almost hoping that this person attached to you sees that. We say things others want to hear. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment, in every situation. It is the epicenter of truth and the birthplace of our voice. So you believe this person has such a powerful, beautiful perspective over you, but I don't think you almost feel like you meet this person's expectations of you. I almost feel a little bit like if you would be surprised, like even though you believe this, I think you'd be surprised that they see you this way. And it's a little bit confusing to me because I think I asked a question that's a little, just hard to wrap my brain around. How do you think this person sees you? But this person, from your perspective, sees you as powerful, well-directed, strong, a truth seeker, someone who is very bold and understands what's truly worth, but that you might still be bound to cycles from the path that no longer serve you. Maybe from your head, you think this person still feels like you're waiting for them. And I think to a certain extent, you might be. And I think there's a difference between waiting and surrender. And I think you're trying to step into surrender. I think you're definitely making that transition right now. Maybe you're almost trying to tell yourself this is a lost cause, that you can truly surrender. But again, you have two very disparate energies here. Coffin versus doorbell, like someone's coming, but it's also dead. So I feel like at this time, they want you to embody true surrender, but just understanding that you don't know. You don't know what's going on in this person's head. You don't know what's going on within the situation. You don't know what the divine has in store for you. All you know is the now. All you know is today. All you know is your mission. All you know is what matters to you. And I think at this time, they're asking you to step into what matters to you. What do you believe this person's next actions are? And then we'll get into them for real. But what do you believe, where's that deck? There it is. What do you believe this person's next intentions are towards you? What do you believe this person has in store for your connection? What do you believe? Empress. So I do think you think this person is going to approach you in a very soft, lighthearted connection. But again, I think there's also a part of you that feels like this person might be sitting in a bit of Empress energy, waiting for you to come to them a little bit. Let's see. Empress. And the Ace of Cups. So you do. I think you fight your mind. Wheel of Fortune, you're almost like, I do believe this is fated. I do believe this is meant to be. I definitely feel like this person has love for me, but you're almost feeling like they're not expressing it because they're waiting for you to express it first. And we're gonna see. Let's get into your person. Ooh, I dropped my bell. Let's get into your person. What's the energy for their actual person on their mind? What is the actual energy? How does this person see this connection? How does the person on their mind truly see this connection? How does the person on their mind truly see this connection, please, Spirit? How does the person on their mind truly see this connection as it stands right now? How does the person on their mind truly see this connection? How does the person on my collective's mind truly see this connection? Damn. So I have the storks, the letter, the lily, and the clocks cards. This could have taken a long time. This person could have felt like they've been taking their sweet time to, heal or make their decisions at this time. I definitely feel with the whip coming out with the clock, there is an energy of this person feeling like they're almost being called to take some sort of action in the situation. This person definitely does feel the need to, get some things moving. This could have been a very passionate connection at time. This card also says tension, anger, argument. So this person could be a little bit worried that the timing is going to only lead to more resentment on your end within the situation. I also have the letter card here. So this person does actually have an energy of wanting to communicate around them. This says writing, communication, making contact. I also have the storks card here. This is transformation, change, renewal, arrival. Pregnancy, maybe you shared a pregnancy with this person at one point in time. Maybe there was talks about starting a family together. This also says slender and tall, so you could be slender and tall, your person could be slender and tall. I also have the lily card here, which is established, ambition, sexuality. This card also has some writing about sexuality, so this was a very passionate physical connection between the two of you. But this person also feels, mature card with longevity, that this has one required time to mature, but that this connection does have a leg to stand on. I actually do think this person sees you a lot more positive than you see yourself and the way you see this connection currently, because I just think you're in your head, which is completely natural. But it also feels with the red herring card here that this person is not showing their hand. This person is maybe perhaps being a little bit misleading with their feelings, not really feeling they're able to come forward. Mountain card on the bottom of the deck. This person does see obstacles around making contact here because, again, I think this person feels they've taken their sweet time. So there's a little bit of fear around not being able to ground this, to make this truly work. It's funny, you have progressive here. I have 17, 18, 9 soon, so there is an energy of progression around this. 8th of the 21st could be a significant date. 7th of the 27th, 19th of the 11th. Those could be significant dates for you as well. What are their true intentions? What are their true intentions as it relates to my collective? What are their true intentions as it relates to my collective? What are their true intentions as it relates to my collective? What are their true intentions as it relates to my collective? What are their true intentions? Fear. Fear being the first card out. And I think that's because you are also sitting in energy of fear of the future. Transformation card coming through and the care card in the bottom of the deck. So this person does have sweet, tender, careful feelings for you. I think this person does care about you quite a lot. But freedom underneath that, I think this person also values their freedom. And I think if at the time, if this was a very codependent connection, if this was something that moves 0 to 100, if you guys were living in each other's pockets, I do think this person has a fear around giving up their freedom, but also a fear around change. Change resistant, that was the first thing that came through. And I feel like a little bit it's both of you. I feel like you're in a place right now where I feel like you've attached yourself to this outcome, to this story of, if I just keep doing my inner work, this person will come back around and I will have the happy ending that I'm seeking. And I feel like you're afraid to transform your vision and to recognize that it's truly about you, even though I think you know that on a surface level. There's an understanding, but there's not like an inner standing. It doesn't feel like it's sitting. It's like fully sitting within you, if it makes sense. And it makes sense why there's still this fear around truth, because I think you are also afraid to risk being wrong. And I think that's something that's coming through in this dynamic very heavily. Transformation card here. I think this person has seen you transform, and I think they've gone through transformation themselves, but there's an energy I just heard. Is that enough? Is change enough? Will it be the same? Are we going to be able to evolve together, or is this something that's meant to remain in the past? Even though I think this person can't really ever get you off their mind, to be completely honest. I don't think this person's fully been able to move on here as a result of this connection. How are they actually seeing you? Because I'm curious if like your perception of yourself through their eyes is similar to what it actually said, to how they actually feel. But let's just see. How are they perceiving you right now? Hyena. This person could see you as wearing a bit of a mask. This person could see you almost using a little bit of your humor as a defense mechanism. This person could also see you as being very lighthearted, very fun. But that hyena card talks a lot about using lightheartedness as a method of deflection. I think that's something this person does as well. I have the camel, the hyena. I want one more. The zebra. So let's see. Zebra energy. Let's start there. I was wondering if it was going to come out, any of the cards that you got. Hold on, sorry. This is a difficult deck to come to. We'll start with the hyena because that's the first one I saw. So the hyena says humor, wit, sarcasm. The hyena personality is a jokester and a crowd pleaser, but below the surface, there are unfulfilled dreams that need to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it is time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truths. Maybe this person feels like maybe they've tried to come forward in the past and you just kind of laughed it off and acted like nothing was ever happening to you. Maybe you were someone who was very resistant to show your pain or resistant to show your longing to this person because you almost had a fear that that would drive them away if they knew how you actually felt. This person almost feels, hyena card, that you're just dancing through life, that you're just living, doing your thing, and that you maybe are also masking. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortably discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? So I almost feel like this person can also see a little bit beneath the surface. Obviously, you can as well with this person, it feels like, to a certain extent. And I think this person finds you charming, witty, and fun to be around, but this person also feels like you're not necessarily showing you your full self. There's a lot of fire energy here, so you could particularly be a fire sign. All three of these cards are fire energy. Let's see the camel. The camel, where is it? Camel, resourceful, independent, knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenges with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water. Confirmation, you probably are a fire-water pairing because that's come out so many times. And being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and especially fond of trips to faraway lands. This person sees you as a world traveler, a nomad. Maybe you are someone who likes to experience a lot of different things, someone who's very open to the world. But I also think this person sees you as coming into balance. Maybe you've had a particularly hard life, and I think you've learned how to balance your own energy and seek from within yourself rather than seeking validation or affirmation outside of you. This person sees you as someone who doesn't necessarily need to seek validation because you're able to rely on yourself for your own resources, which is very opposite to how you actually believe yourself to be, or at the very least, the energy you're sitting in right now. I feel like you feel very bound to other people's perceptions. Maybe you're someone who, is thriving in independence, but still has an energy around you where you're like, what if I'm not who I say I am? I need this outside affirmation to believe in myself a little bit more. But this is a beautiful energy. Like, this person finds you fun to be around. This person finds you very balanced. This person finds you to be a very vibrant personality. I just think this person can see that you are maybe holding back just a little bit as it relates to this particular connection. Let's see the zebra. I have eccentric, creative, a visionary. Zebras are the most precious of gems. They are young at heart, well-cultured, and have an undying curiosity about life. Confirmation with that camel energy as well. Being in the company of a zebra personality not only is a delight, but also opens our minds. Be prepared. Their potent magic is contagious, and you may soon find yourself expanding your worldview while having a blast. Zebras also like to contribute to global health through environment or volunteer work. This card may be a hint to pack your bags. So maybe this person almost feels like you're about to have some kind of a takeoff season. This person could feel like you're meant to experience a lot of really big things in this life, and perhaps that was something that led to a bit of a fall apart in your initial union because maybe this person just didn't feel like you had space for them. This person views you as someone who has all they need, and that you are a true independent spirit who cannot be tamed or bound. And I feel like this person, to a certain extent, maybe in your initial connection, started to feel like they were holding you back. And because I think you presented in this hyena energy throughout this separation, maybe feels like that became true, because I think this person has only ever seen you thrive, only ever seen you in your light, only ever seen you vibrant and excited as a result from this separation. So if you're in this energy where you think this person knows you're pining after you, that you think this person feels like you need to come to them because this person feels like you're reading under the surface, that cheetah energy, this person sees you as happy-go-lucky, having the time of your life. So I feel like this is asking you not to unmask and reach out to this person and try to pick up where you left off, but to ask yourself in your life, where do I hold back from myself? Where do I deny my own intuition? Where do I not allow myself to be completely seen, heard, or to fully express yourself? Where are you robbing yourself of authenticity? Because whether or not you believe this person's perceptions to be true, that is the energy that you're putting out, at least with regards to this connection, and probably with regards to others, because I think you are very powerful, very well directed, but I think when you're in your head, it is very quick for you. It's very easy for you to fall in the old story and to look around at the people next to you and wonder if they're seeing what you're seeing about yourself. Sometimes I think you look at yourself through a bit of a funhouse mirror, or you have a fear that you are. It's a very big imposter syndrome that's around you right now. It's like, am I really who I say I am? Do I deserve the things that I think I deserve? Or am I just being selfish, crazy, delulu? I think you're in an energy where when you're in your strength, you don't question yourself. You are that cheetah. You are an achiever. You are someone who makes things happen for yourself. You are balanced. You are the camel. But the second it falls out of balance, it feels like the whole self-image crumbles, which just means not that you're not doing enough work on yourself. It's just about learning in those moments to ride the wave of the emotion, remind yourself what's true, and to focus on the now rather than allowing well, if this one thing right now isn't true, then I guess everything else that I've set myself up for, everything else I believe in, everything else that I want, it's like it becomes a big snowball where you're like, because this is one disappointing situation, everything for the rest of my life is about to disappoint me, and you just don't know, and you can't know. So be here now. It's very important. So let's see, what's the blockage around this? What is this person, what's holding this person back? What does this person feel like is holding them back? What's the blockage within this dynamic right now? What's the blockage on your person's side? What's the blockage on your person's side? Sun wheels in reverse. Maybe it's been a while since you guys have had conversations. Exchange between worlds in the reverse. Maybe you guys have not exchanged. Maybe you guys do feel like you're at a distance from each other. Maybe it does feel like this person is in a different world than you at this time. And it feels like with the talismans card in the reverse, this person just doesn't know how to trust the signs that they're getting, the feeling that they're feeling in their gut. And I think that's reflected in you as well. I think this is a blockage on both sides here because it's not materializing in front of you. There's a fear here, divining rod card, that what you see isn't true, that your sight is blocked. And I think you're in a place right now where your sight might be being a little bit blocked in this situation because they're here to teach you that you are the evidence, that you can just trust yourself. And even then, whether it be this person or another one, you're going to be happy at the end of the day. And isn't that enough? I think they want you to be in a place right now where they want you to express gratitude for the transformation that you've gone through and to surrender the idea of needing to know or needing confirmation or even needing it to be this person. Because at the end of the day, I feel like this has been a long separation. I just heard 2 to 4 years. So it could have been between 2 and 4 years since your initial connection with this person. And if you're still in a place where every single day you wake up and you still have love for this person, just let the love be there. You don't have to root it out. You don't have to question it. You don't have to ask yourself why. You don't have to, doubt or even worry about if there's a future or not, because I think the more doubt and fear and questioning that you feed into the thread, the more uncertain you're going to feel about everything in your life. And honestly, if you truly believe this person's attached to your red thread, if you truly believe there's a soul connection here, a mirrored connection here, then you're just feeding that energy into the thread. So just surrender, just be here right now. That really needs to be your big mission. Just all I can focus on is the now. All I can know is what's in front of me. And if I'm going to use my gifts, it's going to be for somebody else who is seeking me out for guidance, because my guides are actively trying to make it so the future is none of my concern. And instead of just trying to scratch at what feels like a locked door, trying to constantly knock and be like, guides, are you going to let me see yet? Are you going to tell me when? Are you going to show me how? They're not going to. So breathe. Focus on what's in front of you. You've built a beautiful life for yourself. You're clearly such a vibrant, incredible, exciting to be around kind of person. And it feels like this is the only thing that really throws you off balance, because the people around you see you as a camel, someone who has it all together, someone who seeks from within. So be that, because you are that most of the time. So be that all the time. Learn to be that all the time, as best as you can. It's always going to come up. The shadow never goes away. The point of healing is not to eliminate your overthinking, your anxiety, your fear, or your worry, or your emotion even. It's to look at it, say, thank you for sharing that with me. I'm just going to keep it pushing. Thank you for sharing. It's not useful. So anxiety, you go sit over there, if that makes sense. But let's see how Source is seeing this connection. What's the energy around this connection from Source's POV? And then we'll get into action. We'll see if there is action coming. What's the energy here? What's Source's POV here? What's Source's POV? How does Source see this connection, please, Spirit? How does Source see this connection? How does Source see this connection? So I have the wine card here. This says developing over time, finessing the good stuff, aging well, transforming over time. Milky Way cards, there is an energy of you, this probably being part of the path to help you find your audience, to help you find your life purpose. This says fame, spotlight, publicity, exposure, connection. Either you connected one to the universe, but this is also here to help you connect with community, a particular community here. I feel like I probably am reading for a reader. You seem like that. This is definitely the energy that I'm getting. Lily card here. This says established, experience, mature, longevity. This does have longevity. And if you can just stop worrying and trust and be here now, then you'll start to realize that the only thing that's making the situation volatile, hornet's nest, is the resistance. I think that's the thing that you're starting to come to, is like, I am resisting my own internal knowing by needing evidence rather than just vibing, being present, and allowing life to unfold in the way it's meant to. And particularly with things like these, with the best blessings in our life, Spirit is going to cloud our judgment around them, because isn't it more fun if it's a little surprise? Isn't it more fun if it's a little treat? And I think there is movement coming in on the bottom of the deck. Rider card here. This says messenger, movement, travel, arrival, full speed ahead, a green light. With the mask underneath that, the energy around that is being purposefully masked from you, because it's not yours to know. And I think you're in this energy right now where, because you don't know, you're questioning instead of just being like, well, I don't know. So all you need to ask yourself is, do we still have love for this person? Great. If the answer changes tomorrow, if you wake up tomorrow and you don't think about them anymore, great, you're free. If you wake up tomorrow and they arrive, great, awesome, they're there. But if tomorrow you wake up and you still have a beautiful, abundant life with a lot of amazing things around you, and you're still thinking about this person from the past, just let them linger. You don't need to evict them. Just let them sit there. It's fine. They're not hurting anybody, and you're not hurting anybody by seeing the best in someone and wanting the best for them and wanting the best for you, something that you believe to be the best. But your imagination is so much smaller than the universe's plan, design, imagination for you. So why don't you just get out of the way and let them drive? Just ride. You're getting where you're going no matter what, and it's going to be exciting and beautiful for you. 30th of the 4th could be significant here. Also 14th of the 4th, the 1st of the 9th here as well. 21st of the 4th, 20th of the 4th. April could be a significant month for you guys. Let's see. One of these, please, Spirit. One of these, please, Spirit. And then I want to see the energy you need to step into in order to your body and embody your highest timeline, whether it's with this connection or not. But let's just see. One of these from Spirit. One of these from Spirit, please, Spirit. Wedding. So healing family issues, wedding. Maybe you are being triggered right now. Maybe you've gone to a wedding recently and that's like made you feel like, oh my God, my life's ending. I need commitment. I need partnership right now. I'm wasting all my time. They're saying codependent thought, addictive thoughts, being so dependent on this coming through for you is the thing that's actually robbing you of actually coming through for you. So it feels like at this point, they just want you to surrender. Just breathe. It's not that serious. I know that I say that every time and then people are like, well, how am I supposed to just breathe? How is it supposed to be not that serious when it feels like it's all I can think about? Because you are so attached to it and you have to realize you are comforted by the idea of the situation. You have become, the addictive thought pattern has become a habit. And like any other habit or any other addiction, it requires active work and being present with yourself to overcome it and to release the dependency on it. I do feel that there is, commitment in the future here. If that's the path you decide to take, if that's the path that you set yourself up for, if that's the path that you want to go to, you deserve this love, but you also have the power to free yourself from the dynamic if you don't. People are always like, they're my twin flame, they're my soul connection. How am I ever supposed to get over them? You get over them by living your life and being present and enjoying other things and realizing that there's so much more around you that's already in front of you than the thing that's not in front of you right now. You get over it by enjoying yourself. You get over it by playing and having fun and talking to your friends instead of just sitting there on your phone, scrolling through divine counterpart content, trying to figure out, watching a million readings every day, making them fit. Not that I'm saying you're doing this. I don't think you are doing this. But I feel like they want you to realize that if you do want this to be over, if you want to choose another path, you can. That's well within your right. But this could be the one as well. So you might as well just be right here, right now, and understand that that decision is going to be made on the day it's going to be made. And you cannot push the river. If you're just here right now, you're going to arrive where you're going. But let's see what's to come here. Before I do that, should I tap into movement or should I just tap into how to step into this? Should I tap into movement? Yes or no? Cycles, water sign, confirmation, again, water sign. There's a yes and a no card in this deck, and I want to get one of those, but it doesn't feel like they're going to give it to me. So I think I feel like I should. Yeah, moving. I think there is change coming. There's definitely a shift around the corner. So before we do that, let's get you one more animal card from the universe, the energy they'd like you to step into so that you can allow your highest timeline to materialize in whatever form it's going to take. We're going to take the name out of it. We're going to take this person out of it. We're going to take the label out of it. What do you need to be in for you? And that is the question you need to ask yourself every day. What can I do for me today to be the best me? One of these. It's just really not that deep. None of this is ever that deep. It's just life. It's just love. It's just simple. It's energy. So the lighter you can feel, the more lightness will come to you. Think of it like that. Beaver card and the elk. Let's see, beaver. Sorry, it's taking me forever. I need to learn where things are in this deck so I can flip to them easily. Come on, where are you? Mr. Beaver, come on. Come on. Let's see, there it is. Hard worker, loyal, tireless. The beaver personality is a welcome sight. This is what you need to step into. A good-natured and dependable creature, have infinite love, enthusiasm for family, and express it by way of the earth element, providing a home, financial stability. Maybe there's some certain family issues that need to be worked on here before this can come into alignment. Maybe right now you are, trying to ignore real-life problems by focusing on things that feel very esoteric and in the spiritual. Maybe there's some family issues that need to be addressed here right now. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started, they'll work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. And the work is worth it. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term steady effort. It can also signify that it's time for karma yoga, aka selfless service for other people. When in balance, happy, meaningful work. When out of balance, feels useless or worn out. I think you are sitting in that energy right now. To bring into balance, selfless service. Let's see the elk. Love that energy. So just be there for the people that are currently around you instead of worrying about how you can be there for someone who's not currently around you. You have other people in your life right now that also require your attention, time, and love and care beyond this person. Let's see the elk. God, come on. Sorry, elk. Stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold these values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. When in balance, supportive, kind, or consistent. When out of balance, pretentious or high and mighty. Where are you putting yourself in the ivory tower? Where are you feeling like a victim from Source? Are you looking at Source and being like, I'm cursed because I'm in this situation? But so many blessings have come to your life as a result of this transformation that you've undergone. I think you need to take some stock of what's actually around you. Take some stock of the beautiful blessings that you have received and the beautiful blessings that you've created for yourself, and just find joy in the now. That's all it keeps coming back to. I really feel like for some reason your mind is so far off in the future and so back in the past that you're literally robbing yourself of now. And there's a lot of beautiful things to experience in the now. Go sit by a river, go look at some birds, go stare at a tree, and just realize that the world is so much bigger than what's going on inside your head. I really feel like that's very necessary for you. Let's see next intention, and if they give me any sort of movement, we'll just see let's see what's to come. What's to come within this connection, please, Spirit? What's to come within this connection? 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 Two of Swords. Never mind. We're not looking. Because you, of little faith, star card in the reverse, is lack of faith, lacking inspiration, hopeless, negative, bored, and sitting in despair. We're not looking towards the future because the future is none of your business. You need to look at the now. But let's just get some final advice before we move forward. Any final advice? Any final advice? What energy do they need to step into? How can they best support themselves through this period of insecurity, karmic clearing? It's a Scorpio full moon. You're probably going through this for a reason because it's asking to be released. So close it out. What energy do you step into? Justice, trusting in fate, and standing in your independence and understanding that you are already thriving. You have so many beautiful things around you. I think you're sitting in a beautiful garden and you're like, I have 1,001 flowers planted, but the one flower that I can't put here is sending you in a spiral. Look around you. The world is so much bigger than this. So Justice card, Nine of Pentacles, surrender, 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 surrender. Trust in what fate, justice has in store for you. And on the bottom of the deck, you have your Ten of Cups. Regardless of the face, regardless of whoever it comes with, you're going to be so happy. So just be open. Be open to joy. Nine of Pentacles. Stand on your business. Stand in your business. Maybe your business needs some focus right now. maybe pouring deeper into your mission work is going to be the thing that keeps you from looking at the clock. It's very important. Hierophant energy. There is an energy of maturing that needs to go through. And perhaps right now with the Five of Wands, the thing that is keeping you from your spiritual elevation is the thing of comparison. What is this person thinking about me? What is the person next to me thinking about me? What does my client think about me? What is the comment section thinking about me? What do you think about you? Because I think right now, what you think about you, you're not even asking yourself because you're assuming that you think you have a perfect perception of yourself. But if you really ask the question, you'd realize right now, there's a lot of insecurity coming up over you. And it's not these people's fault. It's a reflection and a projection of you internally. Any final advice here? Any final advice here? Any final advice here? Any final advice here for this collective? Any final advice for this collective? You are what you think. And the answer is within you. So I'm hearing Maybe I'm the Problem, that Ava Max song. I can't believe I just said Ava Max in this reading. You know what? Strike that. Maybe I'm the Problem, that song. But you are what you think. It's in you. So this is the key. The answers you seek are within you. And the answers you need are ones that are knowable. And if you keep asking the question and your cards are not making sense to you, the psychic that you go to is not making sense to you, the readings that you watch don't make sense to you, maybe it's because you're not supposed to know and you're just supposed to deal with what's currently in front of you. And that is freedom. That is peace. That is presence. So be here right now. Have a great day.